You don't think that's a violation? Or she dug into my personal life?
Why isn't this working? I got you. You're gone. I can actually look you up.
Then I was like, well, what do they do? Where are they from? What church did they go to? So I did some digging, and they go to... I haven't been able to find proof of a marriage either. Found out where they go to church, and then I got some doctrine information, and I'm so excited! No building permits that I could find for them, and no property records. So when I did a deep dive into property records, I did think it was funny, though, that they all unfollowed each other. I noticed something, you guys, on her Instagram. She's legit disappeared, like for reals. She has not posted since July 9th. Bunk Bed Jed hasn't posted anything since Mother's Day either. I'm sensing this trend of literally nobody's posting anything, and I'm almost wondering if they are trying to do sort of a media blackout so bloggers like me can't dissect what they're doing all the time. Damn it. When you go to her mother's page or her sister's pages, who are all still there, she doesn't exist as a part of their family anymore. It's crazy. I started playing around even more, digging through more and more information, going through marriage records and through birth certificates. So then I start going on and I'm like getting into this conspiracy, thinking like her dad is dead, or like why doesn't her dad have a job? And I start digging through addresses and phone numbers and email addresses, going through businesses and looking at all this different stuff. I did request the body cam footage. I did find their marriage license. I just found their divorce information and custody stuff. What I'm doing when I'm trying to sort through everything is finding out who she is, what kind of court records there are, what kind of, if there's been any arrests. Most like background checks, if you do a check on someone and say you wanted to look up Miranda, if she had a car that was in her name, there would be a record of it in the state of California. But when I was doing a search for them, I didn't see that either one of them had a car in their name. And Miranda, when I do a search for her, she is under Wilking. She is not under Miranda Derrick. If you search Miranda Derrick, there's nothing in that name, meaning that there might not be any legal records with her name in Miranda Derrick. There's not even a current address connected to her. The last address that's on here is from the condo that her dad owns in LA and her parents' house in. And when I look up James, and I actually can only find James through his dad, whose name is. Did you look into them as much as you did with Tati? Oh yeah. I was looking at liens. I was looking at bond certies. I was looking through deeds today. What I look at are the accounts that are listed to him, places that he's lived, social media accounts that are connected to him. Road runs parallel to Jim Bob's property. Okay, so let me look. Let me see if I can get a map here. Okay, I will pull this up for you guys so you can see it. This right over here Right over here is where the Duggars live.
In my opinion, Katie's obsession with Molly stems from the fact that Von McCrae's family did not want to work with Katie and they instead wanted to work with Molly and Justin. I also want to note that Molly and Justin frequently work together, yet Katie is choosing to stalk Molly. It's very obvious by the multiple posts that she's been making that she is watching Molly's YouTube like a hawk. But Katie has a history of going after women and not going after men for the same actions. We saw this when Katie thought that some creators had got a copy of the 7M lawsuit from the cult. Emily D. Baker, Charlotte, and Uncivil Law all made videos about it, but when Katie went on her live, she only went after Charlotte and Emily when Uncivil had read the exact same documents. So it's not really a surprise that Katie's been digging into Molly's past, having to pull up her past records when she apparently hasn't dug into Justin's at all. But this is typical for Katie. She has a history of being very jealous of other women. She also has a history of claiming that she doesn't watch certain creators when it's kind of obvious that she does. Watch in this next clip where she slips up and she says, "When I was watching Molly's video." She then tries to cover it up by saying that she was watching a clip of Molly.
You know, I was watching a clip of Molly's stream, and I was watching a clip of Molly's.
Fuck off, Lizzie. I hope you, fuck off, Lizzie.